Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt like you didn't have enough to share, or that what you had was just too small to make a difference? Well, today we're diving into a super exciting story from the Bible that shows how Jesus can take something small and turn it into something absolutely amazing. Sometime after Jesus had healed many people, he crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee. You can just imagine the buzz in the air. A huge crowd followed him, so excited to see the amazing things he had done. People were walking along the shore, chatting and pointing, eager to get another glimpse of this incredible teacher and healer. Children were running ahead. The energy was electric. Jesus went up on a mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The beautiful Passover festival was just around the corner, which meant even more people were traveling and gathering. The crowd just kept growing and growing, following Jesus up the gentle hillside covered in colorful flowers and grass. As Jesus looked out at the massive crowd, he turned to one of his disciples, Philip, and asked a simple question with a calm smile. He said, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" Now, Jesus asked Philip this question, but here's a little secret. He was only testing him. He already had a plan in his heart, a wonderful, miraculous plan that was about to unfold. He wanted to see what his disciples were thinking and if they would trust him. Philip, however, started doing the math in his head and looked pretty worried. He scratched his head and said, "It would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for everyone to have just one bite." He saw a huge problem, but he couldn't see the solution. Then, another disciple, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. He pointed toward a young boy in the crowd who was holding a small lunch basket. Andrew said, a little hopefully, "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish, but how far will they go among so many? Think about it, 5 little bread rolls and 2 tiny fish for a crowd of thousands." The disciples were completely puzzled. How could so little food possibly feed such a huge, hungry crowd? It seemed impossible, but Jesus was about to show them, and all of us, something truly amazing that would change everything they thought they knew about what's possible. With a gentle and loving smile, Jesus told his disciples to have the people sit down on the soft green grass. Now get this, there were about 5,000 men there, and that's not even counting all the women and children. So we're talking about a massive crowd, maybe 10 or 15,000 people, all sitting down, waiting and watching to see what Jesus would do next. The whole mountainside looked like a giant picnic, with people chatting excitedly, full of anticipation. Then, Jesus took the little basket with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He held them up, and right there, in front of everyone, he gave thanks to God. He prayed, blessing the simple meal. It was a powerful moment. He was showing everyone that we should always be thankful for what we have, no matter how small it seems. As he prayed, a beautiful, soft glow seemed to appear around the food. He then began to break the loaves and the fish, getting ready to hand them to his disciples. The miracle was about to begin. As the disciples started passing out the food, something absolutely incredible happened. The small loaves and fish just kept multiplying. Every time a disciple reached into their basket to give someone a piece of bread or fish, there was more. It never ran out. Can you imagine the looks on their faces? People were eating happily, children were laughing, and everyone got as much as they wanted. Nobody went hungry. It was a feast, a miracle feast right there on the hillside. But the miracle wasn't over yet. After everyone had eaten their fill and was completely satisfied, Jesus told his disciples something very important. He said, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." This shows us how much God cares about not being wasteful and cherishing every blessing he gives us. So the disciples went around and collected all the leftovers. And you will not believe how much was left. They filled 12 big baskets full of leftover bread and fish. 12 baskets. They started with just 5 loaves and 2 fish from one little boy's lunch, and ended up with more leftovers than they started with. How amazing is that? When the people saw this unbelievable miracle, they were completely stunned. They started murmuring excitedly and pointing at Jesus. They said to each other, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world." They recognized that this wasn't just a magic trick. It was a powerful sign from God. They knew that only someone truly special, someone sent from God, could do something so wonderful. Jesus was standing there quietly, looking out over the thousands of people he had just fed, his heart full of love and compassion for them. But Jesus also knew what was in their hearts. He knew that some of them were so amazed that they wanted to grab him and make him their king by force. They were thinking about a king who would solve all their earthly problems, like hunger and Roman rule. But Jesus' kingdom is not of this world. So he quietly withdrew from the crowd and went up on a mountain by himself to pray, to connect with his Father in heaven. His disciples watched him go, probably still trying to wrap their minds around the incredible day they had just experienced. So what does this amazing story teach us today? It shows us a powerful truth. God can multiply whatever we offer to him. It doesn't matter how small or insignificant our gift might seem. That little boy probably thought his lunch wasn't much, but when he gave it to Jesus, it became more than enough to feed thousands. Jesus can take our small acts of kindness, our little bit of time, or our humble talents and turn them into something incredible that can bless so many people. So, remember, kids, and adults too, even a little bit of love, kindness, or sharing can become something huge and wonderful when we place it in God's hands. He can do amazing things with it. So the next time you feel like you don't have much to give, remember the boy with his 5 loaves and 2 fish. Give what you have to God and just watch what he does with it. You might be surprised at the miracles he performs through you. Thank you so much for watching with us today. If this story inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting Bible stories. We'll see you in the next video.